No, we will never recognize these territories.
Kiev's strikes on Russia's oil sector have severely disrupted fuel supplies and logistics for Moscow's armed forces, Ukraine's commander-in-chief Oleksandr Syrsky said. The capabilities of the enemy's military-industrial complex have been significantly reduced. We can see this on the battlefield, he said at a meeting with journalists attended by the Kyiv Independent. The commander credited Ukraine's deep strike campaign, a wave of drone strikes, with creating a fuel crisis in Russia that is directly hampering its operational activity and supply lines. This is a fuel crisis in Russia, which directly affects logistics and the supply of its army, Syrsky said. The commander gave a snapshot of the campaign's scale and effect. In less than 2 months, Ukrainian forces have struck 85 high-value targets on Russian soil, according to the HM. These include 33 military sites, such as bases, warehouses, airfields, and aircraft on the ground, as well as 52 military-industrial facilities producing weapons, ammunition, fuel, and drones. The effectiveness of Deep Strike has been confirmed not only by us, but also appreciated by our partners, he added. That's why we continue to build and scale the units that carry out Deep Strike. The statement comes after a concentrated series of drone attacks on refineries and terminals across southern and central Russia in August and September, which analysts say have cut refining output. Disrupting fuel exports and refining capacity also strikes at the Kremlin's war economy. Russian pro-government media outlet Kommersant reported that around 50% of gas stations in occupied Crimea and Sevastopol have stopped selling gasoline due to fuel supply disruptions. The Kremlin authorities plan to extend the ban on gasoline exports and have introduced a ban on diesel exports for non-producers, Russian Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak said. Drones remain central to the campaign. President Volodymyr Zelensky said Ukraine has the capacity to produce up to 8 million drones annually, but lacks the financing to reach that level. The commander said Ukraine will continue to refine the balance between tactical battlefield gains and strategic pressure on Russia's supply and revenue networks. Ukrainian Special Operations Forces detailed their August 9th strike on the 448th Russian Missile Brigade in Kursk region. Using precision strikes on hidden Iskander storage at a former poultry farm in Shumakovo, they destroyed 5 T-250 transporter loaders, 1 Iskander launcher, a Pantsir-S 1 air defense system, and additional warehouses and vehicles. In another great episode of Russian pain and suffering, a Russian soldier has spoken of hellish conditions on the front line in Ukraine, with no evacuations of the wounded, rotting bodies lying around, no food or water for anybody, no pay, constant Ukrainian drone and mortar attacks, and suicidal orders from corrupt commanders. Vladimir Anatolievich Oskolkov from the 36th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade, Military Unit 06705, has recorded 4 videos from the front line, somewhere around Oleksandrograd in the Donetsk region. The videos were recorded around 7th August after a failed attack. He says that his entire platoon was killed, but nobody was evacuating the front line injured. They are simply being sent to their deaths. If you get sick or something, they just send you to hell. Our prosecutor's office is completely inactive regarding appeals for help. The 300 injured guys are dying right before my eyes. No one is evacuating them. They are just dying. There is no medical treatment for them either, as they are simply bleeding out slowly. And the guys, fucking hell, the 300s are lying there, bleeding. He condemns his commanders, who are at a safe distance away, issuing orders. It's such a fucking nightmare here. The attitude towards everything is fucking insane. They just don't give a shit. They command from their bunkers. They send their guys to be cannon fodder, just so they can put stars in their faces and become some kind of heroes. Not only are you fucking betting on these guys, fucking lining your pockets with money, you're also fucking sending them to their deaths, so they definitely won't get out and take what's theirs, what's taken from you. Scum, if I get out, I'll report this. I'll report it to everyone. Logistics have completely broken down, according to Oskolkov, with neither food nor water being supplied. They're not giving me good water. Go and die without water. The guys are simply so thirsty they can't stand it. It's just such a nightmare here. Everyone's in trouble. No provisions, no water, nothing. I personally heard how injured guys are prostrating themselves on the radio, asking for water. No drone flies in, nothing. Only the orders are heard. Come on, get out faster, faster. Run to the next plantation, the next dugout. They can barely walk. What is this? You all need to understand that a person can hold out without food, but not without water. I've been without water and food for 4 days now. No provisions, nothing, no food, no water. They don't give you anything. I don't know. I have nothing at all. My mouth is completely dry. I can't do anything. I can't even drool. I have nothing. I'm shaking with weakness. He says the men are under constant mortar fire and the drones are fucking nuts. There are 5 Ukrainian drones to every 1 or 2 Russian soldiers. New recruits are killed as soon as they arrive on the front line, perishing by drones, artillery fire, or landmines. His description suggests that the new arrivals are being rushed to the front line immediately after they sign their military contracts without any time to equip themselves. They haven't even received their money, haven't even properly dressed yet. The men are also not being paid. There are problems with money, too. They're not transferring money. They say wait and wait. In the next world, the guys won't need money anymore. And you keep waiting. Sit in your best chairs and that's it. Oskolkov describes how 200 dead are lying around. No one can stand it. They're rotting alive and it's fucked up. Everyone feels bad. That's what they say there. They're just covering their asses. What, they're declared missing without a trace? They all know fuck all. After complaining to the military authorities about his commander's behavior, which he says included systematic extortion of the men, he was falsely listed as a deserter. When he learned of this, Oskolkov left the front line and made his way to the military commandant's office in the occupied city of Berdyansk. He was interviewed there by investigator Lieutenant of Justice Y. Osalkov on August 31st. According to the investigation records, he complained that his officers systematically extorted money from the men. He was threatened with being listed as a deserter after retreating from a combat mission, but was forced to pay a bribe of 300,000 rubles, $3,600, to avert this. Oskolkov disappeared after giving his testimony. His sister Anastasia says he was taken away by men claiming to be military investigators, but she learned that he had been taken back to his unit. She was told, "I understand that if he testified against the unit, he's a dead man." Everyone openly told him, "You can't go to the unit, they'll reset, execute you." Oskolkov has not been heard from since. During an interview with Axios, Zelensky confirmed he now believes Trump genuinely wants Ukraine to win. Asked if Kyiv would agree to territorial concessions for peace, Zelensky was firm. "No, we will never recognize the territories that are temporarily occupied. We cannot do that."
Are there any territorial concessions that you would agree in order for to get a deal that ends the war? Or is this something that you say never?
No, we will never recognize these territories, which are temporarily occupied like the territories of Russia. We can't do it.
Russians struck an ATB supermarket in Zaporizhia. Reports confirm several people injured. Another deliberate attack on civilians. Pure terrorism.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.